I would love to get a man and a woman hooked up to every monitor you could put on them.
Yeah.
First time seeing Barbarian and see how the levels are. Just to see the difference in that first scene. Because I was dead. I don't know how you were after the first 30 minutes, or you, Dan. But I was like, I had a break.
I was like, come on, man, get in there. She is hot. You're blowing this, bro.
Welcome to Thumb War. Here we are again. Still spooky October time, so we're going to be covering a scary one. We are talking Barbarian today. So glad you're here with us. If you didn't do your homework, that's fine. It'll still be fun. But no, there's going to be a lot of spoilers.
I disagree. Not fine. If you haven't done your homework, stop the podcast. Go watch Barbarian. Go in blind.
That's true.
You'll thank us later.
I mean, you really need to get the full thrill ride.
You absolutely do.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jason. And joining us is a very special guest. One of our GOATs. That's greatest of all time, people. Greatest of all time. It's Dan the Pie Man. Dan.
Hello.
He is a resident cinephile film genius. Yes. So we are honored and humbled to be in your presence.
He was the only peahound that was actually happy about the pivot to movies.
Celebrated it. And, I must say, as a 30-something white man living in Los Angeles, I'm glad to finally check off appearing on a podcast off my bingo card.
Oh, nice.
You can finally get your LA citizenship now.
Oh, that's how Matt got in. That's how he was able to become a citizen.
Absolutely.
Okay, that all makes sense now. We get to see you twice this month via Zoom. That's very exciting.
The hangouts are a lot of fun. Highly recommend joining that tier.
Oh, yeah. He's hired. We just need to start making money so we can pay him. All right. Just kidding. Okay. Well, this movie was a recommendation from you, Dan, after we had our gushing review on Weapons.
Yes.
Which I am a Zach Cregger sicko now.
Yes.
Loved it. I'm coming out from the get-go. Barbarian, amazing.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Thumbs up. Thumbs up all around. End of
Sorry.
show. See you next time. Love you.
I can't hide the enthusiasm. Nobody's going to be guessing whether I liked it or not.
Okay.
I'll just give you a quick little overview of what this is. A woman staying at an Airbnb discovers that the house she has rented is not what it seems.
To say the least.
That's brief.
Yeah.
So this is a double booking Airbnb nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened to you?
I was just thinking about that. I have not had a double booked Airbnb, but we were in an Airbnb that had bed bugs.
Oh.
And it was a bachelor party in New Orleans. Okay. I'm the best man. And I get an email about said bed bugs on night one around midnight or so, and we're on Bourbon Street.
Oh my God.
Not fun.
Wait, who did you get the email from? The host?
From Airbnb corporate, I think.
God.
I remember correctly. Well, at first it was a missed call from an unknown number. I'm going, okay, spam, ignore.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a tough call because it was like, well, do we try to find a hotel immediately right now? That was my instinct.
Yes.
The groom's instinct, who was a few sheets to the wind, said, forget about it. We'll deal with it in the morning. Which we did do. Thankfully, turned out kind of okay.
Okay. All right. So what did you do? Just sort of lie on the floor, and try not to touch anything?
I was taking the couch. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was very you can always get those phantom. If you think you're itching, I definitely got a lot of those phantom itch.
Sensations. 100%. I'm itching now thinking of it. I would almost prefer a naked barbarian woman in the basement to
sure.
bed bugs.
At least you're not bringing that home with you.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah, just walk out the door and keep walking.
Well, limp out the door, I would say.
Indeed.
Okay. So this movie, Zach Cregger, director, writer extraordinaire. We got Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, Justin Long. And, those are the main events that we need to cover. If you feel like anyone else needs a shout out, let me know.
I was noticing this on rewatch. there's a voiceover of Kate Bosworth. I think she's one of his agents, AJ's agents, that calls him about the news.
Wow.
Yeah. And I found that trivia the other day.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes enjoyed this. The critics did at 92%. Public 70%. What? What's happening?
Horror movies can be tricky with
Sure.
the public.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that stuff is marketing. You know, it's like, what are my expectations? And then what did I get?
Okay. I was quite alarmed at how I had to watch this in 2 sittings. I had to stop before the Act 1 was even finished because my adrenals were exhausted. I had nothing left. I'm like, Jason, I need a break. I can't do this anymore. I'm fucking exhausted. What, 30 minutes in?
Yeah, 30 minutes. Just when it started to get like, it was ramping up. Go ahead, Dan.
I was going to say the thing that I almost want to get started with and ask is the whole first half hour or so is all about these red flags,
Right.
you know, that come up for women.
Yes.
They tend to notice more, and how men behave. So, yes, you know, as a woman watching that, how did you feel that entire time? Did it really strike home to you to bring up some previous memories of something similar?
Oh, for sure. Like I had multiple incidents in my past where it's like, okay, I know, don't just be nice right now. Fucking move. Move. But I am fighting this inner instinct of do what's socially expected of me, which is something I was listening to a podcast called Script Apart where he's talking to Zach, and Zach had been reading a book written by Gavin de Becker called The Gift of Fear. Did you hear about that part too?
Yes. Yeah.
And it just inspired him to do this, which was amazing.
He literally tried to just put in how many red flags can I throw into this scene? It's a fun writing exercise.
Totally.
You know?
Oh my God, he must hit every one. What is it? Gavin de Becker calls them pins, pre-incident indicators that we should be listening to, like fight your societally enforced norms that's been put on you to fight evolution. And forced teaming, charm and niceness, too many details. Anyway, it goes on. But Bill Skarsgård pulls all of them out times 2, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I remember the big one that I admittedly did not catch when I was first watching it, the making a cup of tea and her not drinking it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you cut to like, I'm kind of not noticing. And then he says, it's kind of also interesting that he literally points out the red flags. Like, hey, I could be a creepy guy that just crashed in this place. I didn't want to open this bottle of wine without you looking at me opening it.
Right. And isn't that sort of one of the red flags as well?
Like
it's
too
like
many details?
we're a team now, so you and I are going to open this bottle of wine together. Or I guess the team part was like, let's call a hotel, or let's figure this out together.
Let's call these idiots.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's hilarious to me. It's such a great performance from Skarsgård.
There we go. You can do it.
It's not Skarsgård, it's Skarsgård. Just how the less creepy he's trying to be, the more creepy he is. You know what I mean? Now, this is a challenge that we men have to deal with as well. Trying not to be creepy is it just makes things worse. It makes things exponentially worse.
That's what Zach Cregger was saying too. He's like, that is exactly how I would be. I would be so awkward and so like overly apologetic and detailed that it would be way more creepy.
Yeah.
But he was like, be as nice as possible because that's going to make people expect you to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, another important question. If it's not Bill Skarsgård, but his brother Alexander who opens the door, are you a little more lenient?
I mean, 100%. And,
Really?
you know, what? Yeah, because it's like, come on in, bro.
Oh, sorry. Wait, you're saying, a boy and a boy. Oh, I thought you were saying Bill or Alexander.
No, I'm meaning Bill or Alexander. So basically, meaning is, Alexander, he's a bit of an Adonis.
Yes.
I like to say.
Yeah.
So it's like if this very handsome man, whereas Bill, he's definitely a little more dark edge to him. There's kind of a handsomeness to him, but not quite as much as Alexander. So it's,
Hold on. Dan, Bill Skarsgård is fucking hot.
He is very hot.
I'm just gonna, The only thing a strike against him is that he has a brother, Alexander, who's way hotter.
I don't think he's
right.
He's not way hotter. He is hotter, but he also doesn't have the clown Pennywise background to scare the shit out of you. No, they're both scary. They're scary good looking. There's some
Right.
There's something off here.
Yeah.
This is too good to be true.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't know. I don't think you can fight that kind of inner screaming. I would love to get, like I have mentioned to you, Dan, when we were talking about this, a man and a woman hooked up to every monitor you could put on them.
Yeah.
First time seeing Barbarian and see how the levels are. Just to see the difference in that first scene.
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
Because I was dead. I don't know how you were after the first 30 minutes, or you, Dan. But I was like, break.
I was like, come on, man, get in there. She is hot. You're blowing this, bro.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
He kicked it off pretty well with the duvet trick.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Yeah, okay. So the duvet trick is actually, I have not tried that yet. I'm going to try that trick. And this is where Keith climbs into the duvet inside out and basically gets his body all over this fucking duvet after this woman has said, you know what, I got a hard time with, I need clean sheets. And the reason she said that is I'm sure she saw the tube of lube in his kit bag and it was like, this guy 100% jerked off before I got here. He was already asleep.
Well, why wasn't the lube in his bedroom? He's going to be
you know what?
jacking it in the bathroom.
Flaw number one, Cregger.
Start in one location, move to the other.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
He washed up after.
Into the hand and then carry it into the bedroom. I see. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Everybody has a system, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. We were talking to you about your wife only watches one horror flick a year.
Yes. I love horror movies. My wife is a bit of a scaredy cat.
Okay.
A little bit of a compromise is that every October, she will agree to watch one scary movie that month.
Okay.
And so I've had to save a lot of the classics for
Right.
her. But even Barbarian, Barbarian Hereditary are the two she goes, no, thank you.
Wow.
Absolutely under no circumstances.
Okay, so she's never seen Barbarian.
No. I mean, I was rewatching it last night and I'm, in the last half hour of the movie, I even had to pause, while she's in the room.
So she's just heard about it and she's like, no, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Actually, basically what happened right when I first saw it in theaters, I see it with a buddy of mine. My wife is in a wedding with her best friend since first grade. And then me and the best friend since first grade's husband, we both like scary movies. So we're like, let's catch Barbarian. And then we do that earlier in the day and head to the wedding. And the best friend since first grade basically asks, oh, can you just tell me the plot? And so I do. I start going through everything beat by beat.
Yeah.
And then it is humorous because more people started to gather around. Oh, God. I'm very animated when I'm telling this story. And then so I'm going like, and so then she gives that, bottle of milk to Justin Long. And people are going, what the hell is going on? What did I walk into?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I've never found a character I could relate to quite as much as the mother, or at least at this point in my life. Just,
the breastfeeding journey is,
Oh my God.
when you have to give that up, it's hard. I get it.
Well, I mean, at this point in my life too, I'm like, we're kind of at the same level. The thinning hair, the saggy titties, the attempting to just make my children love me longer at
The
age
superhuman strength that you have.
psychotic behavior and nurturing.
Well, you need that strength to make a 19-year-old latch on. You know what I mean? Like, get on there.
Sure.
That gym membership's paying off, Jason.
100%.
Okay, that was too much. Sorry. But yeah, when you are breastfeeding and at that phase, it's like, yeah, that's how I felt like I looked. Those sleepless nights on end and
Sure. I mean, your
human
mood
milk
certainly.
machine.
Your mood was similar. I'll give you that.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because of the sleep deprivation.
Yep. And the grunting, boop, that kind of thing.
Bah. 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 Yeah. So glamorous.
I mean, Dan knows. He's just gone through it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I got a 1-year-old. And yeah, I will say, because yes, when I first watched it, did not have a kid. And now having been a parent, even the ending, I kind of got a little choked up at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hits different. Everything hits different when you become a parent.
Yes, for sure. It's a cliche, but it's true.
Yeah. It comes from truth. So how much time did you two spend yelling at the television? I guess I know how much you did. You didn't have a chance. I was screaming for you.
Yeah, like, don't go down there? Yeah, I mean, I think that's where we're getting, I always like to look at this disparity between, the critics and the audience score. And I think that's where we're getting. I've seen and read some reviews of people who fucking hated this movie. And the main reason was just like, why would you do that? Like, and I'm kind of one of those people. Like, if I ran out of toilet paper and, even the way it was set up, you could see it at the bottom of the stairs. I am not going down there. I'm a grown man. I would not go down into that basement.
You're like, where's
I'm
the
just
tea
not
towels?
doing it.
Where's the tea towels?
Yep. I'll just, do a little squat in the shower or something, like I'm just not going down there. And so you're just like, oh my God. And then I think it's so well written and well directed that it's just all sort of plausible,
Well, I think it's interesting is that Tess is the one who is the most like you, Jason, is the going, nope, when she sees the empty hallway in the secret door. But it is Bill Skarsgård's character who's going like, whoa, like, well, just he's skeptical.
Yeah.
The men are, and then even, to say nothing about AJ, who sees that room and thinks square footage.
Yeah, exactly.
Total inverse of Tess. It's such an amazing contrast. Also, like when I was listening to that interview with Cregger, he was talking about how he based, Tess and Keith's character on himself, but the Tess part of being a child of an alcoholic where you're a pleaser.
Yeah.
And she's having trouble with this relationship of hers.
Marcus.
That she can't get out of this toxicity. And so when he said people had a lot of trouble with her going down after she told Keith, I'm not going down there. Mm-hmm. And she did anyway. It was like, that's part of I'm going to be a doormat. You want me to do this. I'm going to do it for you, even though I said I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
That's such a great point because especially Weapons dives into more themes of addiction. And so that is, I hadn't even thought of that, even knowing Cregger's background. That's such a good insight.
Yeah, it was a great interview. Script apart. Anyway, okay, so what did you think about the very first scene where they zoom in on her in the car and there's all these little screams in the background and like what impact the rain has on this entire opening scene?
Yeah, I think, actually, I guess I could get started with this. I think the big observation I think about what this movie does well is what horror movies, I think to be successful, you kind of really have to nail these 4 elements. It's kind of basic filmmaking, but it's easier said than done.
Right.
I think one is lighting. You can manipulate what the audience can see and more importantly, what they can't see. I mean, it's all these dark hallways that you can just barely see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
The other one, I would say music. There's such great, creepy, ominous music. Music is the easiest for getting jump scares, with just a harsh note. Third, I would say is, I guess, blocking, right? There's so many times where you're seeing something out of focus in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The door opening or closing, the unhoused man running down the street at her, slowly getting closer.
Yeah, out of focus the whole time. The focus never
exactly.
racks to him. So it's just this sort of blob coming at you, screaming. It's very, very effective.
Yeah. And then the fourth one, I guess for lack of better, it's pacing / editing. I think you nail those, you can make yourself a really good horror movie. And this is what really does it.
Yeah, even when she she enters the house, that kind of like this, there's a whole sound change, right? Do you remember when
the camera trucks with her and then it goes to black and then we see the title? Yeah,
it's like such a huge moment. She's decided to fight the fight or flight that's within her, and it's like this. All the air is sucked out, and she enters.
And it does similar things when she first steps into that secret hallway. Like the second her toe touches the ground, the music kicks in.
Yeah,
and it's like her heartbeat. Like my heartbeat. Honestly, I was writing that down.
Yeah. And we're referring to the opening cue when it's just. It's basically screams of torture, but it sounds like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That sort of it's almost choral, and then it just goes away when you pass through the glass into the car. It's very, very effective, and we're hearing the screams of the countless women who were tortured beneath where she is sitting. Right, so it's cool. It's very well done.
The whole night, it seems like he's doing more normal things, or she's like kind of picking up on all the evidence to let herself relax a bit and be convinced to stay. I mean, how much of staying was the uncomfortableness of the rain? I don't know.
Well, yeah. Did Rachel, when you watched it, did you at any point feel, oh, Keith is an okay guy, I think he's not a threat to her? Or did you feel off kilter the whole time?
I felt off kilter the entire time until he gets his head smashed into the wall. I honestly, it took me up until then. I mean,
I guess he was a good guy after all.
Yeah, oh well.
False alarm.
I told you of that experience I had, and I swear it was because of the rain that I got into that guy's car in Toronto, where I already said on the show, you probably heard it, where he went down a side street and grabbed onto my parts and
right. So
I got out.
So hold on. So okay, for people who don't know. I don't
know how much details I need to give.
Well, you were waiting for the bus in the rain, right?
And it was just not coming. There was something. There was a problem.
Right. So a guy pulls over.
An older gentleman.
And you get in the car.
Like an idiot.
Yeah,
I fought. And I was like, he's an old man. It's fine. He's just being nice. And he's like, trust your instincts, bitch. What are you doing? Anyway. Yeah. I got out of the car and it's fine, but it's like, I don't know that I would have just walked if it wasn't raining, I guess. And I don't know. Anyway.
So rain was a factor. It was dark.
Dark.
I mean, and it cascades. She tried one hotel that we saw. And,
you'd think that maybe a Motel 6 or something could have had some rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you might get bed bugs. You might get a, Dan the Pine situation.
You're right. Exactly. And then it's like, apples and oranges, which one would you prefer? Apparently the thing to do is to go to a hospital parking lot.
Oh,
crash there.
That's smart.
Yeah. That's my PSA for the day.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, just go somewhere and park in your car, but I guess it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's like where do you go? You're new to the city, but
also a factor that I kind of caught on. I read a little bit of the script after I watched it, and you see she's got a Washington D.C. license plate. So presumably she drove all the way from D.C. to Detroit. However many hours, it's late at night, exhausted.
Oh, totally.
It's tough.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they connect over watching this he watched an obscure film that she was getting an interview for. And so all of a sudden.
I will say this, because for me, that is kind of when I started to warm up to his character.
Yeah.
And I noticed at this time, the camera kind of does it too. It's before when they're sitting at the table, it's further back. Doing a little reverse shot to get my film school nerd, terminology in there.
Nice.
But then when he says, "Oh yeah, I saw it," and she goes, "You didn't see this," it gets closer. It's more intimate.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of to hint that, like, oh, there's a connection there. There's a spark between them.
I also thought I could let my guard down a little when she woke him up and scared the shit out of him. but I wasn't totally relaxed until he was dead.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Yeah.
That moment was pretty creepy.
Yeah. So you just had zero idea. You think this movie is all about it's some creepy guy that is going to do something bad to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, surprise, it is a naked woman bashing in.
Right?
his skull.
Where did that come from? Just out of his amazing brain. The next day, that was like you're looking through this entire community and you're still going back to stay there after the interview with this woman who is clearly shook when you tell her that you're staying in Brightmoor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hints that it's a rough neighborhood because, there's no streetlights on. There's no houses with lights on that night before. But when the next day, it's jarring. You're like, wow, it's even worse than I could have possibly imagined.
Yeah, and I don't know. She went back probably because of Keith. Because
she likes Keith, right?
Yeah.
Like there is a connection there. She is sort of looking while she's waiting for the interview. She's kind of looking admiringly at the driver's license picture, and I think she kind of likes him.
Yeah. And after that homeless dude interaction, and she's inside. And she calls the police, and clearly the police are not a part of the equation in this movie. They've got way better things to deal with.
Yeah, there's something up that's interesting that I noticed that comes up a little bit later regarding how the police is not helpful in this movie.
Yes. So the basement scene.
Dan, this is my worst nightmare. Like, this is worse than Jaws for me. This is like worse than The Fly. It's worse than The Thing. Basements are my enemy. Like, I fucking hate them. And this is why.
Yeah. As a kid, we had a bit of an unfinished basement, and there was one room with the water heater that I was always terrified to go inside that room. It was very dark.
Yeah.
I get it.
There you go. Did you like our basement back home in
No.
Digby?
Her basement has a dirt floor and animal parts hanging from the ceiling.
Maybe not anymore. That house has been sold. But I don't think it gets much creepier. And then there's like this room that's been made as a cold room.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think your mother sent me down there one time to, could you go get some mustard beans or whatever? And I'm just like,
look for me if I don't come.
Steel myself. I can't look like a huge puss in front of my mother-in-law, but I did it.
You did
it. But, oh, God.
Well, you can't even, the idea of living in a small town terrifies you. So that's not in the cards.
Yeah.
Too creepy being that far.
Cabin
rural.
in the woods is up there with basement for me. Like, I mean, I'm totally fine if somebody's with me, but if I'm by myself, oh my God.
All right. We're at the bye-bye Keith scene.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, we got to get out of here, dude, because he lets her out. She's been locked in the basement. And he's, like you said, let me just look. You're talking crazy talk, bitch. Yeah. I need to see for
it's
myself.
funny that she says the word dungeon.
Right.
And that doesn't seem to register with him. But when she says there was a bed and a bucket, and he's going, well, it's bed and a bucket. What's wrong with that?
No big deal. It looks like a fucking rape kill room. Is that better?
Yeah. If it's too bad she didn't say bloody handprint. She just said handprint.
Yeah.
I think if she said bloody handprint, he'd go, oh, interesting.
Maybe I don't need to take a look.
I mean, to be fair to Keith, I mean, and this just adds to the plausibility because, yes, he's blocking her. He's like, wait, don't go. Now the suspicion is back up. But, she is panicked. I'm going to avoid saying hysterical, but she's scared, right? And she's freaked out. But this guy doesn't know her. And, he's like, I'm not just going to run out into the street because you say there's something down there. You know what I mean? Like I from a writing perspective, I can see that this is a challenge. Like, how am I going to get Keith in the basement? And this sort of logically makes sense to me. Well, I'm allowing it. But again, like, this is why people dislike this movie because it's just like, yeah, just fucking leave, man. But she told you what was down there.
I know, but again, that's like, is he again reiterating the gender differences of every time I walk into a room, I have to assess the safety of it. Every time a male, most of the time, walks into a room, there's no need to assess whether you're safe.
Right.
There are countless times where I have done things that are unsafe, for a woman.
Sure.
And I haven't thought twice about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
That reminds me, Cregger was saying the first viewing of this, he had set up the bathroom like a psycho situation, and she was taking a shower, and all of the females in his family that watched it was like, she would never, ever take a shower. That is not plausible. And he's like, oh, so she just went in to wash up. He had to change that.
Right.
It's
Fair
like,
enough.
Yeah. No.
Oh, so he shot that scene. He shot the whole thing. Oh, wow.
That's right. I think I recall that being in the script, is that she takes a full shower, even though, you can lock the door, but.
Yeah.
You're in a precarious position, naked and wet.
Yeah, absolutely.
If something goes awry.
I guess what I'm saying is that, yes, I think most men would be fine with going in the basement, but if she came up to me and was like, I was just in the basement, I saw a torture room with a video camera, I'd be like, there's a basement here? And I would leave immediately.
Yeah, I think the second I see a hidden door in a hallway, I'm going, okay, she's right. I don't need to see it.
Bye. Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, she goes down. That scene is quick and dirty and effective. Boom.
Well, I will say, it's funny you say quick and dirty. I think the thing I tracked, well, again, it's the building the tension that I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't find it quick.
Oh, no, sorry.
From
I mean the killing of Keith.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Sure, you're right, yeah. But it's really good. It's from the moment when she is standing at the stairs, contemplating whether to go back in, to when he is getting his head bashed in. That is 9 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It is so good. And I think about one great moment when she goes into the torture room. She looks underneath the bed. The camera's panning down with her.
Yeah.
And pans back up. So many horror movies, once it pans back up, he'd be standing right there, jump scare.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's let's draw this out
Yeah.
more and more and more until you can't take it.
Oh, yeah. And it's so expertly done in that when it pans back up, you are looking behind her head, like, and you mentioned the lighting, Dan, like when she's down in the tunnel and it's literally just lit by the flashlight on her phone. And you're just like, you don't want to look, but you are peering into the darkness.
Yeah, you're trying to look in the shadows and see a shape of something.
Totally. And this has all been set up because, we've seen the door close behind her, out of focus, in the distance sort of thing. And all these little tells that there's something down there. There's something waiting for her. But yeah, it's excruciating and the tension is absolutely crazy. And that was the part that scared me the most when it is Keith just crawling out of the darkness and you're like, what the fuck is that? And
I was still like, is he going to drag her over there? Oh my God, I am so suspicious.
Well, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, wow. At 9 minutes, I can't believe that. Like that's just some balls on you as a filmmaker as well, right?
Yeah.
Just to go through that whole sequence for 9 minutes. I mean,
the entire sequence is about 42 minutes. It's almost half the movie is building up to that very first kill.
Yeah.
Not too many movies do that.
No.
It's really
I could not do that. I must have stopped at 30 minutes.
You turned it off right when she found the more stairs, right? You're like, nope, that's it.
Can't do it anymore.
Pulling the plug, and it was literally weeks before we could put it back on again. Dan. We only did it because we forced it by reviewing this movie.
But I would have because I loved Weapons so much.
Right.
And if Dan says it's even better, and I agree, I like it even more.
Interesting.
To the next scene. What a punch in the
Cut
face.
to the Pacific Coast Highway.
Holy
I remember
shit.
laughing hysterically when that cut happens.
Oh my God, the perfect cut. So disorienting. And then the perfect song. I mean, Ricky Tikki Tavi with Justin.
This is what I was going to point out. It's funny, Ricky Tikki Tavi, all about, he's singing about how these structures of society I thought were going to kill my snakes for me.
Right.
But I had to do it myself. which is sort of a theme of the movie, right? Like the
100%.
police isn't helping her.
Yeah.
She's got to do it herself.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I'd ever heard that song before. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's so filled with joy to this song. I'm like, God, it was just hard to watch him so into that. And then the phone call, it goes from joy to rock bottom so quickly.
God, it's a Me Too situation going on.
Totally.
Yeah.
We are given more and more hints that we really, really want him to die. We really didn't want Tess to die. It's such a stark contrast. And he's building us up to be excited about the next horror shot.
Yeah. It's funny I do think I was reading about this, that originally he wrote the character to be much more of a beefier type of actor. I think he had Zac Efron in mind was the first offer.
Oh, interesting.
And then changed it to Justin Long, which I think is a really good call. You're kind of playing off of his very likable screen persona.
Yeah.
Totally.
And almost you're not sure whether to believe it's true or not.
Yeah.
Really until you get to the scene with him talking with his buddy and he's, hammered and you're reading between the lines of what he's saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like choosing Pennywise as the nice guy. It's like so much trickery. Again, I'm like, until he's talking to his friend, I'm like, maybe he is a piece of shit. Oh, he really is a piece of shit at the end. Yes.
But people can change. That's what the baby believes.
Baby. So, yeah, he gets he gets fired by his accountant. He's got to deal with some things. We find out he owns the kill house. So he's in a rental car and he's on his way to liquidate so he can pay for the lawyer to help him with the lawsuits against this woman who has accused him of raping her.
And again, another, I think, part I was noticing the editing, because Cregger, circling back to weapons, he does seem to like taking a story in one direction and then stopping it and kind of going, either shifting perspective or circling back on something.
Yeah.
And the tricky thing is you want to keep the forward momentum going in the story, right?
Right.
Like, we just saw a guy's head get bashed in.
Yeah.
And I think he does a really good job where he establishes AJ as this, actor. What's happening to him? What's his connection to this whole first 30 minutes?
Yeah.
It's 7 minutes before you hear Barbary. You go, oh, he owns this house.
Yeah.
Really, really smart to not let that drag on too long.
Yeah. But he does let it drag. You are disoriented for a time, right? You're like, okay, this is before. Is this, like how long is this after? Or is it happening at the same time? It's like, how is this connected? And it just sort of unravels in a way that's really, really interesting. And then you're like, when the light bulb goes off, it feels good. It's so satisfying to make the connection. It's like, this guy owns the place.
If I had been watching it, and when we rewatched it from the beginning, if I had kept watching, it would have been such a relief to just not be scared out of my mind after that. That would be a nice reprieve for a little bit. It was,
having Justin Long singing in a car for a minute or so, it's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's a nice palate cleanser. But every time he does do like jump cuts to daytime elsewhere, like when she's in the bed earlier in the movie, and she's gone back to bed after, and then it jumps cuts to daytime. It's like, oh, thank God, we made it. We made it through the night, and we're fine. You know what I mean? So it's just very, very effective.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's at this house. He doesn't even really seem like he looks around. I mean, maybe when he bought the house, everything was terrible. He just renovated it and
buy low, sell high. Yeah, he's very smart in that regard.
Yeah.
And he goes in and he sees everybody's stuff around. He sees a car parked out front. And he's just like, this is Goldilocks situation. But he's not weirded out about it.
Yeah, he isn't. I would be a little bit, yes, if I'm thinking that there's squatters on my property or someone is here.
Yeah, just the extreme opposite of Tess. Like, I have nothing to be worried about. I own this place. I'm fucking fine.
Well, he's, again, the funniest part in the whole movie, when he sees the torture room, He's just focused on measuring
Oh my God.
square footage.
And
then he knows, oh yeah, wait, that's a dirty mattress that I'm sitting on.
ew.
That's
No,
gross.
the thing he is grossed out the most is the video, the breastfeeding.
The breastfeeding,
video.
yes, that I noticed that a lot more because yes, it's very like this guy is a real piece of shit.
Oh my God. Ew.
Well, to be fair to AJ, I think he was a little more disturbed by the murder video that he sees later.
Sure.
Okay. It was probably on par with his reaction,
Right.
honestly.
Yeah.
And talking about dragging things out, that measuring tape scene was like when you are still laughing at a joke because the comedian is dragging it on and on and on.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm not back to the point of laughing again. This is too much. But you know what? It worked, I guess. But you probably enjoyed that part more than I did.
I loved it. How long can he go with this? And then,
To the cages.
and then he's
unfazed.
still unfazed. Yeah. Oblivious. You know, it speaks to what an asshole he is, how oblivious he is. The complete opposite to Keith and Tess's experience in the basement. But then the measuring tape itself becomes an instrument of the horror, right? Because that's where he finally is like, holy shit, there's somebody down here with me. And just the measuring tape being like, you know, ripped from his hands and the sound it makes. I fucking hate the sound of a measuring tape when it
perfect
does
sound,
that
though. It's-
in the dark. And it's just like, it's such a great device.
You can't mix that sound up with anything else either.
Yeah.
The sound of a measuring tape whipping around.
Is that the first time we see the nursing room? Yeah,
Yes.
it is, right?
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah,
you know,
in the video.
still more disorienting, like WTF moments, you know? Like,
Yeah,
what?
yes, because yes, as an audience member, you're going, okay, so there's a woman here, and then wait, why is there an 80s
Yeah.
video on this?
Then he gets chased down to the pit, right? After the
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, get stuck in with Tess.
and she is so like, you're gonna do this. And he just doesn't get it. And I'm so happy he doesn't get it. It's so satisfying him getting his comeuppance over and over again. It's like, no, get yourself in shit, man.
Would you drink the milk if you're in his shoes?
Me, I 100% would.
Yeah, I think you gotta yes and it, you know, just go along with whatever
Exactly. It's like, okay.
mother's in charge.
Yes, but the milk. What is the milk? Is this really breast milk? Because who's doing the shopping if it's not? Where is the food coming from?
Great. I think she's lactating. I think that's how she's keeping the dad alive.
Oh, God.
Didn't think about that.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
it's all the nutrients that a growing boy needs.
A growing 100-year-old man
yeah.
needs.
What's she eating is really the question. I mean,
In that room
I
shot.
assume she ate Keith.
Oh my God. I didn't think I'd
Sorry.
be more horrified after some even more details. I can't remember if I saw food in that room under there. I mean, if she comes out at night, she could easily be stealing from somewhere.
There's definitely cans and bottles and stuff. Like,
Right.
And I love how they kind of don't explain what the fuck this tunnel, like how it was made. Like, was it made by what's the dude's name? Like
Frank.
Frank. Is it made by Frank or was it there before? Is it like an old bomb shelter from the 50s? Like who, and maybe it was stocked like a bomb shelter. Like, because there's lots of like, again, cans and bottles like just lying around. So maybe that's what she's eating.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there is something about that area of Detroit that they had underground tunnels for something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, a terrifying sequence, like leading up to him falling into the pit. Just the lighting, the disorientation, the darkness, just
Dropping the knife.
the knife being dropped, like all of that.
It was interesting that him holding the knife, it briefly goes to like a first person shooter point of view.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very interesting considering he's going to be doing a Resident Evil movie. It's like he's got that video game, language in his head.
Hell yeah.
That was a very cool shot. Jackson loved that shot.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I love the actor who was playing as a guy who's playing Mother, and just the way that the bottle is thrust through the, like take it. And then it's even scarier when she gets fed up and she pulls the bottle away. Like just the POV shot and just how it just disappears into the darkness, and then the cage opens and then she just grabs him out of there. I just thought the whole, again, to your point, Dan, about the blocking of the scene, like it's just so expertly done.
Well, I realized today, it hit me, that video is the video, after Tess escapes, they go to a different scene, which is going back in time.
Yes, they flash back.
To Frank buying supplies in the nice, pristine neighborhood. And the woman offers him a VHS tape. I'm like,
yes, I caught that too.
That's the breastfeeding video.
Yeah.
So this, 40-year-old deformed grandchild of Frank, however you want to. It could be his grandchild.
Right, because it theorizes that it's like, it's sort of like almost inbred, right? It's
his baby.
But he's still the father.
Yeah, sorry.
So how can he be the grandfather and the father?
Because it's the baby of the baby of the baby. I don't know. I can't do the math.
It's a real Chinatown situation.
100%.
And this is what she's been raised on, his violence and the maternal education from this video.
Right.
So she's just working with like not a lot going upstairs, and that's her only external influence on how to be.
Right.
So she's like, okay, well, you're not going to drink this. I can beat the shit out of you, or get on here, baby. Yeah. So I'm already kind of feeling bad for her, really, because she's she's a victim here.
Oh my God, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I didn't feel the full sympathy until we meet Frank. After I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it was interesting how when it cuts back to the 80s, it goes, I think, from like widescreen to kind of more letterboxed. And it seemed to me it almost looked like a fisheye lens the whole time.
Yeah.
Everything looks a little bit out of distortion. Like I'm watching a Yorgos Lanthimos movie, So yeah, I really liked that touch as well. Yeah. The neighbor's Kurt Braunohler. I saw as well. He was kind of like a comedic actor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't recognize him. I mean, the whole thing was super effective. The lens on the camera, the color shading of it. Where the only hint we're given of a sense of time is the Reagan news on the radio, right? But it did take me out of it slightly, just in a good way. Like, God damn, this is the same street. Like they've just completely. It's exactly the same. And I think they did use the same location, and it's just rebuilt the set to be pre-White Flight, perfectly pristine, but the neighbor's getting out of there. But I just thought it was so incredibly well done. And just the shots with that camera in the car, when he starts stalking the new victim, right? Like the looking out the driver's window, and just the matching of the shot, cutting from when he's first following her to when he's in front of her house. It's just so well done, and obviously so well planned. I think he photo boards everything, beforehand, and it's just so precise. I just loved it.
What do you guys think of Tess being basically a hero? I mean, she goes to the cops and looks like a total crackhead, and they've got no time for her whatsoever. But then does she decide to kind of be a hero when she gets in, like for some reason, she's kind of hanging around outside the house, breaks in, gets her keys, gets in the car. And then
I think that's her leaving. I think that is her
until she
going. I can't help them. The police is not doing anything. I think I gotta go
until she.
But then mother jumps out of there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And then she thinks she's safe, so then she goes in to help him.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. But that part was hard. Like, oh my God, she's going to get shot. No, stop.
Oh yeah, once he's got a gun out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he gets it from Frank after Frank. I mean, how much of him saying, don't shoot yourself is, I don't want to watch this. Certainly not, preserve yourself. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. After he sees the tape, he's like, you know what? You're going to save me from having to do this.
Okay, so Tess becomes a hero after she thinks it's safe because she's rammed Mother. But oopsie, Mother can't be killed that easily, babe.
No.
And then they find the homeless guy again.
Yeah, go to the water tower.
Yeah, this poor guy.
The impenetrable fortress.
Oh, God, that was perfect, though, right?
Oh my God, I loved it. I loved just the he there for exposition, just his take on it. Not necessarily the most reliable narrator, but okay, he's got a take on what's going on, and it works well enough for me. And then just the perfect timing of we're completely safe here, and like we don't even have to wait. Like that's the brilliance of Cregger, right? It's just like that's the sense of humor, and she literally just crashes through the wall, rips his arm off, and beats him with it. This is the second movie in a week that I've seen somebody get their arm ripped off and beaten with it. And I'm referring, of course, to Naked Gun.
Oh. Different tone, but
I was like 28 years later. I was trying to remember when that happened. Also, I think it's funny now when you know how it's going to end. The big monologue from AJ going like, no, it matters if I did something wrong, right? I gotta fix this. I don't know if I'm a bad person. I just did a bad thing, which is, I think, a little bit of a commentary. I feel like, am I a bad man or did I just do bad things?
Right.
Is such a trope in a lot of recent media.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a redemptive, so to speak, monologue. And then 2 minutes later, he is shoving a woman who's been shot off the roof.
Takes her by her hair, too.
Yeah.
Fling.
It's so good. It's so
And then when he finds out he's alive, immediately trying to justify, well, no, I tried to get you. You were slipping.
Yeah.
With ease, too. Just the same way when he tries to call his rape victim and apologize, because that will make everything better.
Yeah.
But I loved the view of Mother jumping down, boobs first, to save her. And I'm like, this looks so cool.
I will say that scene, it is where it does leap a little bit into cartoonish territory.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It feels Sam Raimi-ish.
If you're going to criticize it, I think that's a big moment. But at that point, I'm already so on board. I'm like, sure, let's do this.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it's the same thing with Weapons, and I'm not going to spoil Weapons if no one's seen it. But basically, it's got the same structure where the first half of the movie is complete tension. He reveals what's going on halfway through, just like he does with this movie, essentially. And then you're just having fun, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're in at that point. And, again, I think there is the audience disparity is like, so just some people just did not buy into it, right? Like there's so many things that you can pick apart with this movie if you wanted to. Like you could sit here for an hour and just go, well, they would never do this. They would never do that. Why is she so strong? Like, are you telling me that her tits made her fly faster down to the ground and she landed on the soft breasts and that's how she survived?
How is she still able to get those hormones to lactate for all
Exactly. She's obviously going through perimenopause at this point. But whatever. But as you say, Dan, like, it's so fun, it's just like pure tension and then it's just pure wild, like, oh my God, this is so original. And this is just, I'm just having the time of my life now. So all is forgiven, weirdly, you know? So
100%. That final moment where you get what you've been waiting for AJ. I had to look away the first time, but I made myself watch the eye gouging the next time. I'm like, oh God.
Well, apparently Cregger wanted that to be way more gruesome and, blood flying everywhere. But he's happy with it now, and he credits the sound. When the sound is incredible, just the squishing, the breaking bones and stuff, and just like, you do sort of see his head split apart and stuff. But yeah, I mean, one of the most satisfying deaths on screen that I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
And the next scene where it's sad almost.
Yeah, no, I like I said, it's, because for this mother creature, all she really is wanting to do is to help her, right? She's like, you're hurt. Let me take you back home where I can give you more milk.
Yeah, but she also seems to understand it's okay, baby. I understand why you want to kill me. I think that every now and then with my kids. I understand why you want to kill me right now.
I kind of got that she didn't understand what was happening. I don't know why, but maybe you're right. I don't know. What do you think, Dan? Did she know?
I think it's a little bit because the gun is pressed up against her cheek.
Yeah,
and she just doesn't seem to understand what that.
Oh,
means.
you don't think? Okay, I maybe it was me looking into it too much. Like, I get it. I understand why you fucking want to kill me right now.
Yeah, and then an excellent A+ needle drop to end the movie.
Yeah,
be my baby.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I love it. It's so frequently now a lot of movies can drag out the ending.
Mm-hmm.
This, it just cuts to like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Loved it. Loved just the boom, like shot of the gun, written, directed by Zach Cregger. It was great. And then, of course it comes back and she's making her way through the neighborhood, but so good. So good.
Yeah. Big fat thumbs up for me.
Big fat thumbs up for me, Dan.
Oh yeah, two thumbs up.
Nice.
You're only allowed one, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
Well, you're the guest. You're the guest.
You can have whatever
so that's
you want.
4 thumbs up. Big recommendation. But if you got this far in the podcast, I'm sure you've already seen it.
Yeah.
So okay, I think I heard both of you say that you enjoyed this more than Weapons. Is that the case?
Yes, I still need to rewatch Weapons. I've just seen it the once in theaters, whereas Barbarian I've seen now multiple times. But I think a little bit is just the surprise.
Yeah.
You can only get that surprise of like, who is this filmmaker? Like this original voice for only once.
Yeah.
And it's I guess I'd have to really rewatch Weapons to really assess. But I just love Barbarian so much.
Yeah, I think you're right about the who is this guy making this, like that's how it was for Weapons for me, because I had not seen Barbarian, and Barbarian was such a treat because you do only get, as you say, you only get the one time, right? And like I said, the structure of Barbarian is pretty similar to Weapons, so it was just such a nice treat to go back and watch Barbarian and just be just as surprised and just as sort of head blown off, like, wow, this is like so different and original. I think I'm more of a Weapons guy, but I think it's only simply because I saw Weapons before Barbarian. But I think I'd probably be the same as you, Dan. But you liked Barbarian more.
But I think it's because it resonates with me as a woman,
right?
So much.
Right.
Those were some intense thrills.
Intense thrills and chills.
And weirdness and like just funny, and he's just so clever and he just knows what he's doing. And I mean, I like that. I love Xena and all that Sam Raimi stuff. So I get a little hint of the weird kookiness, but also...
Right. Have you've never seen Evil Dead and Army of Darkness?
I haven't.
Well, you definitely should.
I should.
Because you would love it.
Yeah.
That is missing in my filmography.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen, I haven't even seen Drag Me to Hell, his later stuff.
Yeah.
That was also speaking of Justin Long.
Oh, is he in that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Things.
All right.
We'll have to have you back to do something like that if you'll come back.
Perhaps. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Love to.
Awesome. All right. So this worked for all of us. Very nice.
Yes.
Actually, one last thing I wanted to so if I'm a real estate agent that's listing that Airbnb, here's kind of my selling points, One, so like you imagine the posting, right? See 1 bedroom, have that crossed out, 3 bedroom, 3+ that we know of,
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
Square footage, question mark, it's very big.
TBD.
It's like retro VHS collection and setup. Yeah. It's a very secluded neighborhood. Don't need to worry about annoying neighbors. Certainly don't need a noise curfew at all. You can throw a house party in there.
My God. The bachelor parties that you can throw there.
Yeah. Endless supply of milk if you need it.
Live-in nanny.
I'd say those stairs, those are great, like exercise stairs, right? If you're trying to get some steps in.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's how I would.
A social media influencer room. I mean, there's a camera.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Studio, really.
Yeah. What's not to love?
You're going to make tons. Let me know when you go searching for a house in Detroit.
Oh, my God.
All right. So what's next?
Okay. Well, first of all, Dan the Pie Man, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Thank
you.
It was delightful to be here
So fun.
and wax poetic about a great scary time. I guess actually, wait, one last thing I guess I wanted to, because you've both said that you're not the biggest scary movie fan, and I love them a lot. Are you warming up to it, or?
I am. I don't know if you are, but I certainly am.
I mean, yeah, well, I like them once I'm in it, once I'm watching it. Like I had a great time with Barbarian, but I was dreading watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I did not love them running around in the basement and in the tunnels and stuff. Like, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to, feel anxiety. And I must admit that, since I've watched Barbarian and I'm, turning off all the lights downstairs, I am fucking bolting up those stairs up to, upstairs to the bedroom now. But yeah, I'm warming up to them, I guess. Yeah. I don't love the hostels, like the sort of torture porn kinds of films, but this I enjoyed, like clever, smart, and psychologically scary and fun.
And it is good to have those bits of humor, yes, to break up the tension.
Yeah, absolutely. Like later on in the month, at the end of the spooky season, we're doing one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's American Werewolf in London, and I would almost classify that as a comedy. Almost like it's such a the tone of that movie is so great, and it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. But I loved it. I just loved the humor in it. And have you seen that one yet? You haven't seen it.
No, still gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Did you decide what one you're watching with your wife?
Already did actually. We did Nosferatu.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Not the original, the more recent one that my Robert Eggers, or as I like to call him, Bobby Eggs, directed that one.
And you liked it? Did she like it?
She enjoyed it. She though definitely some of the sexual imagery of it, especially the final shot, was a little bit like ooh, a little grossed out by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to add that to the list. I have a list of horror movies that I want to watch now.
Yeah, add that. Add The Witch. The Witch is great. I really like that.
Yeah.
But this is coming out this week, I believe. Next week we're having another look. We're going back into the Star Wars universe for Attack of the Clones, Episode 2, with Eshua Kidd is joining us for that one.
I really want you to find out his opinion on sand, whether he likes it or not.
Oh, yeah. Such a sexy moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, as I said, we're doing an American Werewolf in London at the end of the month. And then I think, Dan, we're taking your suggestion and going with, what was it? All Nut November or Full Nut November? What?
Yeah, it's movies where you see hog on screen.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why
deny yourselves the nut when you can get all nut November?
Exactly. I took a screen grab. Rachel has been using my profile to Google. My history is like films with penises in them, films where full frontal male nudity happen in my Google search history. So thank you for that, Rachel.
You're welcome.
And I would say, are prosthetics allowed, or are you trying to go for the authentic thing?
I mean, I think for Rachel, ideally it's full, the full Monty. Ooh, you should add that to the list.
Don't speak for me, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think you see the full Monty.
No,
you
just see butts. You just see butts in the full Monty.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cowards.
Disappointing.
Cowards.
Right?
So
We got a list going.
Yeah.
I mean, at least a couple.
Yeah.
yeah, so
We'll take some suggestions from the Discord as well.
Right.
Email it in.
absolutely.
Exactly. Lay it out there.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. Join the Patreon. Email us, thumbwarpod@gmail.com. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.